My name is Kevin G. Woodley Jr. I am a peer recovery specialist, and I work with the Men of Influence as a communal engagement and reentry liaison. So my family dynamic growing up was a little uncertain, being biracial, half Black and half Mexican, and the only boy, the oldest of four. For me, there was like no place, and I was always trying to figure out my place in the family dynamic and in the world. I chose to leave the home at 13 years old. By 19 years old, I was selling crack cocaine. And by 20 years old, I had a full-blown crack addiction myself. And that's when I became a parent as well. It's always been in and out, trying to step away from that lifestyle, and wanting and striving for something better. How am I to pull myself out of the deep waters when I jumped in it and now I'm drowning? How am I to save myself? I can't. Going into prison this last time, and I say that fervently, this last time, I went in with the open mind, open heart, and open arms, not knowing what to expect, but knowing that I want to come out of this different and changed completely.
When I think about the participants that are coming through the doors, what I see is that heaviness of there hasn't been a lot of people that have been there to believe in them. So we see that and you feel it. But it's also exciting because we know we get to make that change. When you support Rehire Colorado, you're not just giving a job. You're giving hope and building futures for generations to come.
While in prison, got certified as a peer recovery specialist, and we were doing work inside the prison, doing crisis prevention, crisis response, mentoring, GED, testing, and the youngsters that would come in, we would try to show them a different way of doing this, you know what I mean?
When Kevin first came to us, he had a really humble attitude. He was ready to do whatever it took to get to that next step. We realized that he had a lot of compassion to help others, given some of his life experience. Since graduating the Rehire program, I know that he has continued to work as a peer recovery coach. He's continued to mentor youth in the community. He's become a leader in the community. And so I'm really proud of Kevin and what he's been able to accomplish.
Employment is such a powerful turning point for folks because without employment, without being able to pay for your life to happen, the likelihood of you re-entering into the prison system is high.
What Goodwill is doing has been very instrumental in my life. The Rehire program, the model, right, is to help those that are re-entering back into the workforce, right? They just poured out more resources than I can ever even imagine. It was a beautiful experience, and I don't think I could be where I am without Rehire. I don't think I've ever felt more supported, guided, heard, and seen. So they were very instrumental to me integrating back into society and being a provider for my family, for myself. All the crap of my past is now fertilizer for my future, right? My story, my past is actually what qualifies me to kind of do this work. Tragedy to triumph, right? Those are the best stories ever.
What you don't necessarily see in Kevin's story is the courage it took for him to walk through those doors. Nobody goes through life doing things by themselves. We are in this as a partnership. So that's what we do, is help people, giving a hand up but also hope and compassion and belief. That's what Goodwill does.